Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, here to talk about the just announced Nikon D5200. What's interesting right off the bat about the D5200 is that it's not slated at the time of making this video to come out in the United States. Why? Who knows? Maybe they have an influx of D5100s they want to sell before they release a D5200, but to me, makes no sense. I don't know why you would announce a camera just for Europe and not sell it in the Americas or wherever it's going to be, anywhere but the Americas as of right now. It's very interesting. And before I get into the specs, I just want to put that out there, that in this global economy, you make an announcement at one place and say it's not coming out somewhere else. That's kind of weird. Very, very strange, very weird. I don't know why it's the case, because who's going to buy a D5100 now in the United States when a D5200 is over there somewhere else? It's got to come here at some point. Who knows what they're doing? Who knows why companies do what they do? Let's look at the specs. 24.1 megapixel CMOS sensor. That's up. That's a lot more. 3-inch variable angle LCD screen. 100 to 6400 ISO. That's a nice range. It expands to 25,600. So 100 is great for studios, you know, not a lot of grain. 6400, I'd be interested to see how it handles. It's probably not that bad. You know, this has I would venture to say, a better sensor than what's in the D7000 at this point. To me, the D7000 is a dead camera. It's due to be replaced. Just like the D300 and the D300S, I don't know why they're still there. It's just a weird zone. I think there are too many cameras, and I know this isn't a rant about cameras. It's supposed to be about the D5200 and the specs, but let's go to the specs before I rant more. 39-point AF, very good. 1080 at 60 frames a second, but it's 60i, 60 interlaced. I'm not a big fan of the interlaced. It looks weird, it looks jumpity, not too good, but it still does the 24 frames, the 30 frames, the 25 frames, progressive. Stereo mic, because up front, up on top, it has two microphones, so you get stereo mic. The internal microphones from these cameras are not that great. You're always going to hear focus motors or somebody focusing the lens. It's the same thing with a D600, a D800, and a D4, so it doesn't matter a pro camera versus a, you know, entry-level D5200. You're always going to hear that autofocus going if you have an internal microphone. Now, it does have an input for a stereo microphone like I'm wearing right now for the Sony. I love these wireless microphones. Anytime, a friend to video is the audio. When you get quality audio, it makes your video that much better. 5 frames a second, ugly colors. Yeah, it has a copper color. It's one of the ugliest things I've ever seen for a camera, personally. It has a WU1A. That's a wireless attachment that you can put on the side and use an Android or Apple iOS device, which is amazing. It's not that expensive, and you can wirelessly control your camera. That's great. It's kind of like that Cam Ranger thing I saw, but it's probably better built in because it's proprietary with the iOS or Android, because there's an app for both. I think that's a cool function. I wish they would offer that with the Pro bodies. I know they do offer it, but for $900, that's a lot of money. I'm not buying that for 900 bucks. And what can I say? It's another camera. It's laid out just like the D5100. It's basically the same looking camera, the same feel. You've got the same record button up top. You have the same live view switch button at the top. It's a spring loader, which I like the new version of live view, but you know, it's another new camera. Too many cameras on the market, too many choices for people to make. They come out too often, and this one, not coming out in the United States, not having a date when it's going to be released in the United States as of now, is kind of weird. I'm just going to say that to Nikon Japan. That's weird. I'm sure they won't be happy. I'm always warned, don't talk about Nikon Japan and don't try to upset them. But you know, they make no sense. I don't know why you would do that. Who's it for? It's really like a video camera. So if you went with a D3200, you're looking to do mostly stills. The D3200 is going to be perfect for that. We don't know if it's the same sensor as the D3200 yet. Nobody, you know, I couldn't be told, one, because my reps it hasn't been released in the US, so they don't have all the information on it. But, you know, the 39-point AF is great. the variable screen for shooting video is a good option, so that's why it leads me to believe that this is a good video option. But other than that, you still have your D7000, which I think is DOA until they replace it with like a D7100 or a D72. Who knows? I'm going on too far. D5200 right now being released everywhere but the United States. Don't have a price on it yet. Couldn't find one, but it's probably over $1,000 for a kit. And that's really it. It's an upgrade. I wouldn't buy a 5100 at this point. If you're in the United States, I would not buy a 5100. I would wait it out till they release this thing in the US. If they ever do, I can't see why they wouldn't. But that's it. Preview Nikon D5200, Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.
Are you subscribed yet on the YouTube channel? Well, click this subscribe button right here. Also click this box if you want to be emailed every time I upload a new video so you can get the latest video uploads as they happen. And also, if you haven't signed up for the free user's guide, sign up right here. Put your name, email address in here, hit send it. You will get a free ebook sent to your email, as well as a link to a 60-minute long video on flash photography in the studio that Adam and I created. So please do that, and we'll see you.